friends, welcome to another Lissa video. Today, let's talk about the appliances and gadgets that I use regularly as a raw vegan. So first up, you want to make sure that you have a good set of knives. I know a lot of people have made comments about the knives that I use in my video. I do have a professional German steel knife set that I paid like hundreds of dollars for. I just, for some reason, prefer to use those little tiny paring knives. I don't know why, I just really like them. I always cut on bamboo cutting boards. I have 2 of them right now. And those are what I use to chop my vegetables. So you want to make sure that you have a really nice cutting board and a really nice set of knives. The next thing that I have found that I use every single day, and I love it, is my lemon juicer. This is a handheld one. You can get them made of wood, other plastic ones if you want. This one here I bought, they have a bigger one for larger citrus and a small one for like limes. But this is awesome, and I use this every single morning for my citrus water. I also use it when I'm doing dressing, so I use it a few times a day, and this has been such a godsend. I don't like using the handheld ones where you have to push, and I don't have an electric one, so these ones are really good because you can just do them right over your VITAMIX or whatever you want to use. Mason jars. I have a couple mason jars, a few different colors just for fun, and a glass straw. My glass straw I get from A Better Straw. It's a local company to me, and all the links to everything that I have are going to be in the description below, so you can go check them out if you want. Totally up to you. But I do get my glass straws from abetterstraw.ca, so you can find that. But so this is what I do first thing in the morning. I have my lemon water in my mason jar. I also use the mason jars for my smoothies. Next up is probably the most important appliance that I have, and I feel it's the one thing that I just couldn't live without. It's my VITAMIX. I have the 5200 model, and I've had it for about 6 years, I would say. It's the best thing in the whole world. I don't have any other models to compare it to, so I don't know which VITAMIX is the best VITAMIX, but I love my VITAMIX. And it's a high-speed blender. It heats raw soups just to a really nice temperature. It creams the cashew sour cream really beautifully. I love it so much. There are other blenders that you can get, like the Magic Bullet, the NutriBullet, the Ninja. I do know, however, that the Ninja doesn't warm stuff up, so it just depends on the blades and how they spin. The Ninja I probably wouldn't get, but there's Blendtec, there's a whole bunch of them, but I personally love my VITAMIX so much, and once this one goes, I will probably get another one. I've also been thinking of getting a different one with a smaller container so I can do smaller amounts of things. I find that this container is quite large, so I do want to get a new container, a different one, but we'll see how my VITAMIX fares over the years. My dehydrator. I don't like my dehydrator. I do like it. I don't want to say that I don't like it. I would prefer to have an Excalibur. I haven't gotten one yet. It's on my wish list for the holidays, so hopefully maybe I can get that for myself. But for now, I use a salt-in dehydrator, and it's fine. It's great for what I need it to do. I don't fully dehydrate stuff. I only use it to warm things up. I marinate my mushrooms in it, that kind of thing. I don't need it to fully dehydrate stuff. I have noticed in the past, years and years and years ago, when I used to dehydrate foods, the heat would be uneven. Some would be really crunchy and some would still be moist. So it was really hard to figure out what levels they should be at or what have you. And then they stack. I don't like how they stack because you are limited to this much space, because once they stack, you don't have any more space than that except for on the very top shelf. So if you want to dehydrate something like mushroom caps or even your marinated mushrooms in a bowl, you can't do that. In the Excalibur, however, the trays pull out, so you have more space, you can fit more things. It's hard to do Chris Kendall's pizza on these because I like to load them up nice and high, and there isn't enough room. I find that the next layer squishes them down and the heat doesn't move around properly. So, however, like I said, this is still a great dehydrator. I also don't like how it's circular, and I don't like how there's a hole in the center. And these ones don't have any flat sheets with them. I use a silicone baking sheet that I've cut to fit this circular pattern. So I have those for the things that are more liquidy that I have to dehydrate. But otherwise, I am still happy with this dehydrator, and it's filling the space in the meantime while I await my Excalibur. I find chopping utensils to be amazingly helpful on this lifestyle because you do a lot of chopping, and it's nice to have a variety in shapes and different things, and it speeds stuff up a lot of the time. I have a julienne peeler that peels little julienne pieces, kind of like a spiralizer, but they're long and thinner. And this one here is just a peeler, and I use it to peel cucumber, and they are extremely fine, kind of like using a mandolin. I have a mandolin as well, but I rarely use it. I use this one more, and I just peel off thin layers of cucumber, and I use those to roll veggies in. So these are really nice to have, and they're quite inexpensive. You can find them at any store. But again, all of the links to everything that I personally use are in the description below, so you can head down there and check them out. This is probably the coolest thing that I've bought recently. It's the VIDALIA onion chopper, and you basically put the food in here, slap it down, and inside here are little tiny squares. You have two different ones that have different sizes for your squares, and I use this when I make my chili or my stuffing or anything that needs everything chopped really fine. It speeds things up. It saves me about 30 minutes chopping some nights. If I'm making enough chili for like 2 or 3 people, I can use this and it goes by really, really fast. I don't have to sit there chopping all of my mushrooms into little cubes, all of my zucchini into little cubes, and my onion. I can just stick it in here, chop it really fast. It's great. This one has saved me so much time in preparation. And finally, one of my most used appliances, aside from my dehydrator and my VITAMIX, is my spiralizer. This is the spiralizer that I have. It's a Paderno spiralizer, and you can get them pretty much anywhere now, but the link is in the description below for this one. This one has a couple different attachments, so you have different sizes for your spirals. I always use the small one because I like the thinner noodles. I find that they're much better. This one here works really well with long English cucumbers, makes the best quote-unquote spaghetti noodles that I've ever had. So I do use this one quite often. But I also have the Joyce Chen spiralizer. The reason why I bought this one as well as this one is because I enjoy zucchini spiralized in this machine a lot better than in the other one. I don't really like the thickness of the zoodles that come from the other machine. This one here does angel hair pasta size. So when you're spiralizing the zucchini in this one, they're very thin and they're almost like rice noodles or really, really, really thin angel hair pasta. It's so good, and it's much better with zucchini. So I use this one for zucchini and the other one for cucumbers. And there's always little tiny cool little different gadgets that you can find in the stores. I sometimes get stuck in the stores looking at all awesome things they have. They have pineapple ones where you just slide it down and it gets rid of the core. They've got corn ones that same idea, you can slide it down and get all the kernels off really quickly. Just lots of different little gadgets that you can find. So I do recommend to go down to one of your local kitchen stores and just see what they have, see what might make your life easier, because when you can find these little gadgets, they do make chopping easier. They take a lot less time off your prep and can really help you stay on a raw vegan diet when you're not spending hours and hours in the kitchen. Hope you enjoyed my video, and if you did, please click like and subscribe to my channel to get notifications for more. You can find me over at Facebook, Lissa's Raw Food Romance, at Instagram, at Raw Food Romance, and over on Snapchat, Lissa Raw Vegan. Thank you so much for watching my videos, you guys. I love you all, and thank you so much for all of your positive comments, likes, and shares. They mean a world to me. So until the next video, fruit on.